Okay, we're back from my drubbing from my son. The Canadian forces are proving to be too strong, and we're at the spot where we need to write in our orders. Now, so here's the situation. Because we have an embattled area, Jason cannot retreat unless he has more troops than me. But if I go first and I retreat, because I can, because see there's 2 units of Jason's, I could retreat, and then, I don't know. No matter what, he can't move, so he may not try to move those 2. But yes, I'm letting you look at the situation and figure out what would you do. And I know I screwed up in a lot of places, folks. But I gotta salvage what I can salvage here. So let's see what I can pull off. I also have to figure, so this is round 3. I have to figure out how much oil I want to bid on this. I have 4. I'm probably going to need it to buy tanks. Okay, Jason, I'm announcing a split.
What?
I'm going to be splitting forces here. So they're going to be just split in half. So 1 infantry each. 1 tank each.
And then 1 artillery each?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a few more minutes.
Soviets don't give minutes.
Okay, I think I had one more I almost missed.
You know, is it just me, or like, you make the slightest like move to see the territory and I'm like, he's gonna do something there, he's gonna do something.
Well, it does like make me regret that I have to move something, because now you know I'm looking there, even if I don't do anything.
Like, you're just going through your brain like, what could he do? He could possibly move those and there.
So that's the thing, and then you start bluffing and you're like, okay, so we wrote our orders and now we have to reveal our bids for turn order. Would you like to go first or me?
No, it doesn't matter, I win.
How much did you spend?
5.
You spent 5?
Yeah.
Jesus, I spent 3. So I'm down to 1, and I didn't win.
You were hoping to win, didn't you?
Yes, I was. In fact, my whole strategy was hinging on winning. So.
You know what? Same.
Yeah. Or what are you gonna do?
But I
then?
know I can win.
So what you doing then?
What am I doing? Okay, I gotta see the order that they're in. Okay, yeah, that's right.
I gotta look up move that rules. Holy cow! That's your move?
Yeah.
What about your planes?
Those are.
Oh, those are your planes. Okay. So you're really defending that area, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I think that pins almost all of your units.
It pins them all.
5, 4.
And
It just doesn't.
You're sticking to your stack limit of 8, right?
This is 7.
Okay. Just making sure. All right, so what I'm trying to figure out is if I move on a railroad, can I move, like, when do I get to move and when don't I get to move? And if I'm moving on a railroad and I can't get to my destination, do I have to cancel the whole move or can I at least move part of the way?
No, we went over this. You have to cancel the whole move. You should have thought this over. And if you're trying to see if you can get into that battle, you can't.
Well, I for sure know I can't go into that battle with a railroad.
You made me lose 1 OSR for this.
So you may not invade by rail. You may not enter any territory with enemy land units present, even if the territory is yours. That's what I'm looking for. Well, I got lucky because what I was trying to do was go first to pin your units here. So my first move, well, let's do it in order. My first move is I'm moving these by railroad to there. So had you moved into here, I would have been stuck and you would have gotten that territory for no battle at all. So that's the risk I made, and then I realized, oh boy, I made a stupid move again. But you could have punished me hard. But you were probably wondering, like, I probably was going to move here. And
yeah, that was my whole dilemma. Like, I wasn't going to risk it to go there just to see you move your forces there and absolutely destroy me.
All right, so my situation is I'm actually moving into Belarus with those, and then my pin unit 49 was coming here to pin. This was to pin you so you couldn't go down. Mm-hmm. That was my strategy, is if I went first, I'd pin you here so you can't come down to here, and then I can take the railroad across. And then this one's taking the railroad over to the Baltic States. So I'm actually doing a whole bunch of railroad movements, and then I'm moving my Navy into your sea zone. So that is all of my movements. So I didn't...
Okay.
So you made that battle interesting. I figured you only had 2 infantry and you were going to just give it up, but you really just threw everything at it. So that's going to be an interesting battle. Let me check here. Is there anything else we do, or do we get it done?
We get it done, I think.
All right, so we got 2 battles again, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we need to put the markers out, but we still have 2 battles. So which one do you want to do first? You want to do the big one first?
Yeah.
So I hope folks are finding this interesting. I think the hidden orders, because usually I give a review of games while I'm playing, the hidden movement orders make solitaire play, even if you're schizophrenic, very, very difficult. I don't think you're going to have to come up with some kind of neat system for AI movement. I think if we made our own deck of cards for AI movement, where it's situational, like maybe the card's going to have like 3 options, like are you adjacent to an enemy, are you within movement range of an enemy, and then is the enemy superior to you or inferior to you, right? Mm-hmm. So depending on those, you would have 2 options of what you would do, and then there's a 3rd option for when you're far away from any enemy, and it's going to have to be just some basic rule where you're just moving towards something. But anyways, getting to this, back to this, here's my first stack, here's my second. I don't have any air units in this fight, so let me, whoops. I moved your artillery, I don't know.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Oh, you have a lot of tanks. Guess you're gonna put them defensive.
I might. I'm thinking about it. Okay, so what would I got here? You, for whatever reason, have a lot of units. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. You're looking at 14 dice you want to roll. And with your airplanes, you're going to be rolling a whole lot more than just 14. You're at 30?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
Also, you're probably going to want this back.
Well, you can wait. This is a tough choice. All right, so what's going through my mind is he has a whole lot of airplanes coming my way, but I want to win the battle, and airplanes can't win the battle. So if I give myself offensive, I'll get to roll more dice, and I probably will obliterate him, even if his airplanes do damage to me. He's going to get to roll 30 dice, so he's going to be able to damage a lot of my units. But I want to be able to damage back. So his strategy last time is he went offensive, even though he had less units, and he actually was able to hit me a lot. The other option is to go anti-air, which does reduce the amount of dice I get, but then I would be able to roll 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd be able to roll 10 dice, which very likely will kill 1 or 2 of his planes. Is 1 or 2 of his planes worth it? That's what I'm trying to decide. I think the tanks having the extra hit points is worth it. So I'm going to make the tanks defensive, but the artillery is going to go offensive. And then I'm going to make the infantry defensive just for the extra. Well, he's rolling 30 dice. Screw you. I'm doing 2 dice. So here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 16 dice. Hold on. I'm thinking. This would be 18, 20. I could make it 24 if I go down like that. So is the extra 8 dice worth it? No, I'm going to go 16 dice. So 16 dice for me. We're not doing an air. Well, actually, we do have to do an air. So you're rolling my air?
Yep. Oh, you got one.
I actually got a plane anyways, just with my tanks. So 1 of his planes are gone, right?
Yep.
So I rolled a green and a black. I know you guys can't see his rolls. Actually, can you wait a second? Let me know if they fit in here. Do they fit?
Yep.
Can the camera, yeah, I can get a decent angle.
Okay.
So let me turn this like this. And I just hold the camera up. All right, so whose roll is this?
Mine.
I like the reds. Okay, so I see 2 yellow. So my yellow is dead.
There's 2 blue. Dead. Green. Makes that injured. Then it's black, then white, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's a hard decision. But I'm killing your tank.
Okay, so I lost 1 tank, 1 artillery, and 1 infantry. So that was 10 of your 30, right?
Yeah.
So now you're gonna roll again.
Okay, we got, oh my god.
I love the yellows.
You have fun with those 4 blacks.
You got 4 blacks
Yeah.
and 2 green. That was the worst roll ever.
So there's the 2 green, Then we got 1 black added to that. Added another 1 in that with 3 blacks.
All right, so final roll.
We got 2 green. We got no blues.
No blues.
We got 2 green, 2 black, and 1 white.
All right, so 2 green, 2 black, and 1 white. What are you doing?
Well, 2 green is obviously going to take this one out.
Okay.
Since black goes first, kill that. Takes those 3 out of the equation. You can have 1 remaining because the black and the white kill it.
Okay.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Yeah, so I'm down to 1 unit. I survived. That is ridiculous.
I didn't get any blues.
So the thing is, so here's what I've quickly learned about this game for the folks watching at home. The greens are actually hard to roll. There's not a lot of greens on the dice.
There's only 2 green on the die.
There's only 2?
Yeah.
And
which yellow? There's 4.
There's 4 yellow. How many red?
I actually think there's... How many red? 1.
1 red. 2 green. How many blue?
3.
3 blue. And then 1 black, 1 white?
Yep.
Okay. So the green are lower odds. The black and white, of course, being low odds as well. So the fact that you were able to...
The thing is I got more reds than I got blues.
Yeah. The thing is I was banking on the fact that you weren't going to dent my armor. Like, my armor was going to survive this. And you had that one roll where you rolled like 4 greens or something ridiculous.
4 blacks.
Yeah, that was it. Okay, so it's my turn. How many do I get to roll? I get to roll 16.
Yep.
Okay, so sound them off to me.
We got 3 yellow.
3 yellow.
2 blue.
2 blue.
1 green.
2 white, and 1 black. All right, so I got to do yellow first, but I'm understanding that I have 2 whites and a black. And I do have 1 green, right? Yeah, so the 2 blue for sure. The 1 green, and I know I'm doing this out of order, folks, but really it's just a mathematical exercise. The 1 green would put me there, and then the 3 yellow, I got to decide what to do. And I have a black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the black, I'm going to do that so that way the white finishes it off. I'm going to do 1 yellow, 2, 3. No. 3 yellow, and then the other white finishes that yellow off. So that's what I'm going to do. So I get to roll 6 more dice. It's not a lot. Okay, I like seeing some greens in there.
2 yellow.
So 2 green.
1 white, which I'm guessing you're going to do.
And the white will finish off the green. And then how many yellow?
2.
Just 2. Dang it. So you're going to survive this again.
It's the same 2 units. It's the same 2.
Yeah, so basically I took out your stack, but your 2 infantry survive again. But you took out a lot of mine this time. And, boy, this is...
You're just running so low on units after a while. Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm definitely not replacing all these units, that's for sure. And, oh, and I lost 3 resources on that last round because I got the lower morale. So I'm going to do these resources, of course, 1, 2, 3. So I forgot about that as well. Okay, well, the good news is I didn't lose any territory, and you did lose a plane, which is good. All right, so we're putting our stuff out. And my one lone artillery is holding out in Leningrad. Isn't that where historically they, where was Stalingrad? It's more Bryansk. It was Volga, yeah. So it was more over there. Okay. Well, they never really took Leningrad either, though, did they?
No, they never.
Actually, this is the furthest they ever made it. Right? This is like where this war starts. So, okay, that's a stinker. Well, let's move on to the next one. So this one, I have quite a few air units helping me out. And you know what? Because you get to reform your units after it's over, I am not sure what the value is of keeping track of which command was which. I don't think there's any value to that at all, to be quite honest. Use your rotary, Connor. All right, so my air units are for sure going to be battling the ground. My strategic bomber will just be supporting the ground. It's just going to be a CAS bomber. And I don't need anti-air. I don't want to lose my tank. And I'll think about the infantry. So looking at your situation, you look like you'd be easy enough to take out, so I'm going to leave it as is. All right, so nobody gets a force advantage, and you're not doing any anti-air or anything, right?
No.
Okay, so we're off to calculating. 4 plus 9 is 13, 15, 17, 18 dice. What are you at?
11.
You're at 11?
Yeah.
Oh, because you went on the offensive. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do you first.
Okay.
Okay, the infantry has been absolutely slaughtered by 5 yellows. And then, there is a red, which does nothing.
I see.
And then 2 green.
Kills one of your tanks.
And then the black.
And a white.
Yeah, and a white.
All right, then I'll kill your other tank.
That's fine. Okay, and then I'm guessing your 8 is going to be able to...
Well, if I don't roll any blue...
Or black.
Okay, why are you rolling over there and moving everything? Okay. So I do see 2 blue, so you're dead. Right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so now you're going to get to roll 11.
Yep.
Yeah, I love this dice tower, but for recording purposes, it's got a really steep side, so it's hard to see down the side. It looks like my artillery's dead and my infantry.
This is a horrible dice roll.
You did no damage to my tank, right?
Yeah, and it's the freaking...
It's okay. And then you get to roll one more time. And just so you know, it doesn't matter because...
It's the thing!
Because even if you hit me, I don't go anywhere.
There's no way you could get a dice roll like that.
Okay, well stop using it. Just please. Calm down. We'll stop using it, okay? All right?
11 should have been enough
You're
to kill
allowed...
those.
Hey, it's okay to lose one time this game.
No! I was winning the whole time. This is my first loss.
Okay, I should have won this one. Do you not agree?
No, I should have killed all your ground units, though.
Well, that's possible. I only attacked you with 4. Where did the 4th one go? I made 2 stacks of 4. didn't I? Oh, no, I made 2 stacks of 3. So, yeah, I only attacked you with 3 units.
Offense. Put on offense. Offense.
Why would I put it on offense? Then you can kill it easier. Okay, I got 2 more units that go on the casualties. You got a lot more. And then, yes, Belarus comes back to me. And you get 2 stress. And I have to land my planes. So I will. I dropped something on the floor. Oh. Did you give yourself 2 stress? And did you give me Belarus?
Did give you the card. But it's over here. Wow,
Right,
actual stress I can't erase.
You actually got stress, yes. Well, technically it's a second time, but this time you weren't able to reduce it. All right.
Oh. Your first medal.
Yeah, you're right. I got my first medal. Okay, so you're still embattled in Leningrad, so that stays on the red stripes.
Mm-hmm.
You have discs on your cribbage board. Where were they?
It's 10. That would stay 11. Since, yeah.
Okay. What's next? So we landed our air units. I flew my air units, the bomber to here and the fighters to there. And we deploy our units. So we remove our factories. And we can reorganize our commands right now.
Oh my god. I'm just looking at how little troops you have. Really, compared, I think I have one. I think I do. I think I'm winning. Oh, by the way, we didn't do a battle.
Which one?
Let's see.
Yep, let's get that done. All right, so you got a cap there. And actually, this is the first sea battle we're doing.
Ever. Yo.
So we flip this over to the seaside. Where's my units? All right, so what do we got here? Now the submarines actually have a special rule when they dive. I have to look up what that is again. And then
Isn't it escort?
the escort, when they're on escort mode, obviously they get extra air dice, and when they're in offensive, they don't, so but they still get some. And you know what, Jason? I may. Here, hold on a second. We may have been doing something wrong. Oh, it's just cleaner there. Okay, so here, I'm going to show you. See how this is all 4 colors?
Yeah.
That means you can hit it with anything. It's not just blue.
Oh, the escort is...
So once the escort gets damaged, it can be hit with anything. So it's a lot easier to take out. Even though it has a nice anti-air component to it.
Okay.
All right, so I have 2 escorts, and since there's no air units, I'm going to go offensive. Why would I not? All right, so the dive rule. Since we both have subs, you're going to probably want to know what that does. Damaged submarines in a dive box are not susceptible to white hits. That's the reason why it's not white. There's no, there's no
So it just can't be hit by white.
Correct.
That's it.
After each batch of enemy dice rolled, submarines that are damaged but not immolated will flee the battle. So this is where the die rolls batches help, right? So we roll 10 at a time. If it's damaged at the start of that die roll and you fail to hit it, it gets to escape. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really the only extra thing. And then it shows that carriers, battleships, and armor have extra damage. So obviously you can see there's some spots there where they can take a hit, but they're still not damaged. Mm-hmm. It doesn't call out the escort thing, but the escort's clearly hittable by many colored dice, which I think is an interesting thing. And that's why I wanted to look at the land and see if we were somehow getting that wrong.
Yep. Okay, well, I've already calculated you have 8, so you can roll.
All right, so you're going to just roll over there?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that one die you're going to have to redo.
This one?
Yeah. So you rolled a red, which would have been great if you had battleships.
So there's 3 yellow, which killed it. Then you got 1 black, which
has to be that.
Oh, you just blinked me, but nope. I still live.
That was all my dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I get 5.
So 1 yellow?
1 yellow, 2 blue.
So one of the blues actually eliminated.
And then a black, killing you. No, killing your yellow.
The submarine.
Yeah, I'm not letting that live.
Oh, that's fair. So you actually got 2 of my ships. Jesus. With 5 dice. See, this is the kind of... See, and you were just flipping out on the last one. I mean, that's just horseshoe growing out of your butt right there. Yeah. Okay, well, so now we put casualties on. There's no stress for this one because we're not losing territory. Just casualties. And they do stay in the sea zone, and they're basically battling again next time. I'm going to confirm, because obviously we've not done a sea battle before. Yeah, I mean, it's all the same. There's no... Oh, we may have to start over. During surface battle, the side with more naval unit types. We both had the same unit types though, right? Yeah. So we were fine. Otherwise there would have been a naval advantage, which gives us... Now, did you repair your unit?
Nope.
Well, actually, you have a port, so you get free repairs. Because you were damaged, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the cruiser escort, this thing that we were talking about here, it's not that the cruiser can die on those hits. It is, because what it's saying is that it can take a red or a green hit instead of a battleship or a carrier. It absorbs the battleship or carrier hits.
Oh.
And blue hits are always resolved before green or red. A damaged cruiser may still use this ability, but if the escorting cruiser is sunk, then the ability is lost. Allies can protect each other's units with this ability. So we can do that to protect carriers and battleships. So like, even though you get to choose the hits, I can force you to move your red hit from a battleship down to a cruiser. And that's even here at this stage. It doesn't have to just be there. That's it. And obviously, because you have a port, you get a port advantage, and you get to roll 2 more dice. So if you would like to roll 2 more dice because you have a port advantage, you're welcome to do so.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a black.
Oh, no.
But I wasn't injured at all, though, right?
If I just got a blue.
So you would have had to hit me twice, right?
No.
But it does mean, though, I have to pay a resource to repair, correct?
Ah.
So you at least made me lose a resource. Okay. Are you good?
Yeah.
All right, and then don't forget, because I just forgot, if you ever attack an empty space, I actually have garrison forces. So do you. There is no such thing as an empty space in this game. There's invisible garrison forces everywhere. Trust me, it's not a full-blown battle. What happens is you roll 2 dice, and if they equal each other, one of your units dies.
No, that's not that.
But then you have to roll again. So it happens again and again until you finally don't get 2 dice that match. The chances of 2 dice matching is not that strong.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
So
Although,
usually just
but the wild cards still count. So a black counts as a wild card in that case. So, okay, are we resolved this, right?
Yeah.
And I know you don't like the dice tower, so I'm going to go ahead and shut that. And rest in peace to these guys. They no longer exist anymore. So, did we resolve all the battles?
Yes.
We landed our planes?
No.
So go ahead and manage your planes. I landed mine. You're on the red side in Leningrad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we reorganize. Is there anything you need to reorg?
Nope.
Okay, now we're going to, you already gave out the medals and the stress points. We got to do stress levels now.
Okay. Okay, I get 2 stress.
Can you do it for the camera instead of just like muttering to yourself?
Oh, well, this is 36.
So you got the 36, which puts you... Oh, you just hit it. You just hit the threshold for 2 stress. So you're up to 4 now?
Yep.
Good. You need to know what it feels like.
You have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 18, 22, 26, 30. Then you have 40. So you have 2 stress as well.
Yep.
That's what you get.
All right.
And then we do production.
Yes, because we already deployed our units and all that stuff. So yes, we can relieve stress right now, which I don't think we're going to do. Oh, this is where you apply the stress zone penalties. So right now is when I would lose the resources. I already took them away, but this is when I would lose them. Because here, let me show the folks at home. Apply stress zone penalties is right here. So that's where I would lose the 3 resources for being at stress zone, whatever, that blue stress zone. And you're right. So now we go to production. So here's my crappy resources. And I'm in trouble. So I am stuck here. 1, 5, and 9. And I think, yeah, so if I do that, I apologize if my hand's in the way. Oh, I'm sorry. This would be 1, and that's 0. So... 4. That's 2. 7. Okay, so that's my situation. 1, 1, and 3. Okay, so I'm getting 1, 1, and 3, Jason. 1 tank, 1 artillery, 3 infantry.
I'm getting 1 tank, 4 artillery, and 3 infantry.
So I sort of wanted to put them here, but then I'd have to break one of these units off by themselves. So I think I'm gonna, well, let me think about this. Yeah. This infantry will be by himself, and those will be there. Oops, I just keep dropping stuff on the floor. Oh, thank you, Jason. Okay, that's production for me. We can't trade with neutrals. That's it. So we're to the new round. How are you doing? We're done for the night?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm still having fun even though I'm getting my butt kicked. I feel like I'm getting good grasp of the rules. I think the part of the rules that are still gonna be tricky is when we start playing the global, the movement rules with all the islands and stuff. I think we just gotta be really careful about that. And then we're gonna have a lot bigger battles where like the United Kingdom and the United States are both gonna be joining in against one country. So there's rules around that as well. Thank you, Jason. Make sure you thank your Canadian friend. Can we at least collect resources and then we can end it?
Yeah, I've already done it. I have 6 oil, 8 steel, and 10 OSR.
6 oil, 8 steel, and 10 OSR. Okay, I'm at 0, 1, and 1. And I produce, just to show everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is going to be reduced to 10, as you know. And then I'm producing 6 iron, which goes up to 7. Taking Belarus back gave me 2. And then I produce 4 oil, like so. All right, well, it is what it is, and I don't think I'm taking Leningrad anytime soon, am I?
Nope.
All right, Jason, I really appreciate and enjoy it. This, I think, only goes to prove I really enjoy multiplayer more than solitaire, even though I record a lot of my videos solitaire. I do enjoy it so very much. So thank you for taking some time. And thank you all for watching. And Jason, do you want to say it?
Stay awesome.
Come over here and so maybe they could hear you better.
Stay awesome.
All right, yep, we'll see you. Stay awesome.